So hi, welcome to Gomm Stained Glass. This is Jeannie, and I am going to be trying something really fun today. So welcome, and I hope you learn something too. We'll learn something together here. So I want to tell you about this table that I found, and I had some fun with that because I painted all the little flowers down there underneath in kind of a, psychedelic 60s kind of a way. And then I wanted something to go with that on the tabletop. Now the tabletop was just a piece of clear glass. And so I wanted to, dress it up a little bit. And so since that came out nicely, I thought this is going to be great. I am going to just glue some pieces right onto the glass that's already there and see what happens. And I used E6000 glue and it worked well. I don't see any bubbles from here. So it worked well. I just kind of pressed it down onto the glass and let it dry. And then now I want to put a covering over it. It's nice and flat and I don't feel any glass poking out, but I just wanted to have a nice covering over it. I think that would give it some strength and also just give it, a finished look. I'm not going to put grout in between because I like the idea of just having the pieces of glass next to each other, and so I'm not going to grout it. So the epoxy that I'm going to put on there is going to kind of fill in any of the cracks. So, let's see if it works.
There might be some dirt in here because it's been sitting around for a while. So I'm just going to spray some air. Okay, I think that'll do it. Okay, we're using EasyCast. This is a clear casting epoxy. We've never used this kind before, but it's similar to something else we've used. And it says to mix it in equal parts. And so I'm going to use it all. It's kind of fun. Now, the instructions say to mix it up really well and then to stir it for 2 minutes and then to pour it into another cup and stir it for a minute. I guess that has something to do with how well it mixes or something. So that's what we're going to do. When the 2 minutes are up, I guess we'll reset our timer. We've got one going in the kitchen for 2 minutes. You want to go reset the... Okay, so it's going. So now I'm going to pour it into the other cup. And so now it's only going for a minute. one thing I was worried about was if it would pour nicely and if it would pour enough. Now what I've got is a board over there with paper on it. That way this ought to work really well. Now it also recommends that you stir along the bottom and along the sides really well, scrape it up. Okay, there's 1 minute mark, so all right, here we go. All right, I'm going to just start pouring. Okay. Now we gotta kind of tip it around so it'll fill up all the edges. This is kind of like putting oil on your cookie sheet.
Do you pop the bubbles?
Yeah. You do that after you get it spun around. The way you pop the bubbles is you blow on it. The, what do you call it? The CO2 in your breath pops the bubbles. At least that's what it said on the other kind. Ooh, boy. This doesn't stick too bad to the paper. Okay, I think that's it. Now, see that? Cool, huh? Oh boy, that makes you
I'm getting dizzy.
want to pass out. Yeah. And you got to do it all while it's still wet. Some of them just pop really well. You wouldn't want to do this when you had bad breath.
Hurry.
Okay. Yeah, you do it. Hold your hair up so you don't
Okay.
get your hair in it. I'm sorry. Made the camera jiggle because I was laughing. Okay.
Did you get him?
I think we got it. Good enough, huh? Maybe right there on the
Welcome back. This has been setting overnight, and so it's been at least 24 hours. And it's not tacky or anything. It's solid, and I only see one little bubble that we didn't blow away. So it looks beautiful, and I think that it's going to be so pretty in the table.
Now, we did have to pull it off the backing several times, didn't we? Twice or once?
We moved it onto a new paper once.
Well, I know I sure got a lot of that stuff on my hands, and it
Yes,
was
you
murder to
did.
clean up.
Yes, and just to remind you, if you do get any of this on your skin, wash it really good. Make sure that you don't get it near your face or eyes or mouth.
So don't eat or drink it, huh?
Don't eat or drink it. I'm just saying.
All right. Well, I know we're going to have to do some more, like we'll have to sand the edges. Next time we do one of these, I think we'll put plastic down instead of cardboard, and then we'll put some little blocks of wood to hold it up, and then that way it won't get underneath the glass and contaminate it that way.
Mm-hmm. Good plan.
Okay. See you next time on the video.